Hi, this is Jackie,
This is Diana.
and you're listening to Home Bodies Only, where we welcome all bodies to join us as we break down and dissect HBO series. And this episode, we are talking about, and just like that, episode 9, No Strings Attached.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting down to the wire here.
Sorry, the title.
The title. Oh my gosh. I know. I know.
You go through the. Sorry.
I know.
That just hit me because I forgot the title until just
Oh.
now. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know how I'm going to make fun of that one. Like change that one around. Okay. Anyway, let's see. It starts off. They're at a restaurant, and I guess Cleveland went well. I definitely did not think. I thought totally that Cleveland was going to be a disaster, but guess it went well. They're talking about Carrie's date. Charlotte says she's excited for Carrie's date, and Carrie says it's not a date, it's a do-over between two people who got sick on one another. And then I thought this was funny. Carrie sees Miranda's food, and she's like, I should have got the baguette thing. And then Miranda looks at Carrie's soup and says, I should have gotten the soup. And then they switch. I don't think I've ever done that. Have you ever done that?
I've actually never done that. I mean, I've eaten.
Yeah, like I've tasted other people's stuff.
Yeah,
but
totally. But I've never switched meals. But
no. I've definitely been like, oh, I should have gotten that.
I'll say that, but like, I mean,
no.
Even you as my good friend would not swap meals with me, but we've shared meals.
But I've also never had it where I've been like, I should have gotten that. And the other person was like, I should have gotten what you had. No, they're usually like, yeah you should have, because I'm glad I got it. Yeah. Like if someone does that to me, I'm like, yeah. You should have. Okay.
Next time.
Miranda basically tells them that they're coming to Brooklyn to paint at the women's shelter. And Carrie asks, how could we say no? And she's like, oh, that's so sweet. She's like, no, seriously, how can we say no? And just wants to write a check. And Miranda says she cannot be the white woman who just writes a check. Got to change it up. Just trying to see if there's anything about the clothes they were wearing at this meal. I don't have any recollection. And I'm looking at the Grazia magazine that I always go to, and I'm not even seeing a picture about it. I don't even remember. Must have not been anything standing out there.
It wasn't anything. No. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I do have. Oh, Charlotte's blouse. I do have something about that. Because it was cool. It was not cool, but it was pretty. I mean, she's been very like housewifey and prim and proper. But I liked this blouse. It was like a creamish white color. Let's see. Cream contrast, trim ruffle detail, long sleeve blouse by Gucci. And I don't know the price. I don't even, what's funny? They don't have you can't click it to, oh no, it's 400. Sorry, it's $447.
Oh, steal.
Down from $750. Oh, I'm sorry. This is an exact match, but I don't know if it's definitely Gucci or not. It's from the luxurycloset.com. Oh, it's sold out. It is Gucci. Yeah. Yeah, it's sold out. Okay.
Of course it is.
We're so late with our, like, we're never ahead and been like, you can get it now. Like it's gone. It's actually not even in style anymore. So
yeah,
don't worry about it that you missed out.
Time to move on to the next one.
Yes. So Charlotte says, like, because I guess Miranda says, you got to change it up, paint or whatever. Charlotte says, speaking of change, she mentions how she had been getting her period very regularly while the other ladies were going through their menopause, and she always still had her period and would always like rub it in, I guess. And Carrie says, oh, I thought the smug Charlotte had retired. So I was like, no, I'm trying to say I think I'm done. She hasn't gotten her period in 4 months. She hasn't had any bad side effects like they had got, mentions all the bad stuff. And they're like,
yeah, I was like, oh no, there'll be a twist. She'll be pregnant at 55.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She was talking about
do you know what
side effects or something. I was like, Janet Jackson got pregnant at 50.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's a little sketchy.
Well, with help, of course.
Yes. Well, I thought, I'll tell you what I thought later. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was just like, okay, whatever. I'll talk about it when they show Charlotte again. So now we're at Carrie's apartment. Here's Lizette at the door. She is wearing a bodysuit once again.
Yes.
And she has the sheer pants so you can see the bottom of the bodysuit. And I mean, I'm not like being a prude. I just don't like that look. I don't care what kind of body you have. I don't know. I'm just not into that look.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I like, no, that's not a bodysuit. Like I've worn, it's not a bodysuit though. Like a
something you're talking
big
about, like
tank.
a layer under a see-through thing.
Yeah, something, or see-through, or that like I've worn like a very blousy tank, but then they maybe like a camisole, almost bra-like looking top underneath, so you can kind of see that peeking out, but it's, you know, the lace or whatever. But that's different. I don't know.
Yeah.
The underwear line thing is just not into that. Like you're wearing like a bodysuit, like you're a gymnast, or like and you can see it. I don't know. I don't see the point. What's the point?
Yeah,
what's the point of wearing the pants? Don't even wear the pants.
just why don't you just walk around
in your bodysuit,
lingerie? I don't know.
I mean, or like you're on the beach. I don't know. But whatever. She can wear whichever she wants. Okay. Yeah, so she brings her a ring, which I actually really liked the ring, that I could see it. And Lizette says she'd be really stoked if Carrie wore it out or maybe posted on her Insta. She mentions how after Scarlett Johansson wore her, that's what it says, sales spiked. And then she's like, oh gosh, listen to me. Like, felt embarrassed that she said that. But she's like, it's kind of what I have to do. And she's like, or else I'd have to go back to modeling. And then Carrie was like, oh, I don't know about, the sales. I don't know, she says spiking.
Yeah.
But I'm just a lowly writer. And then Lizette's like, I'm obsessed with your podcast. I'm like, Lizette, you're talking about our podcast?
Probably. She's listening.
Yeah,
for
totally.
Sure. Totally.
We'll
feature your jewelry.
Yeah. Even though she doesn't really make it, but whatever. I mean, she's not a real person, Diana.
Listen, I'm just trying to get some freebies over here.
Yeah. Or just listen. How about listeners? How about that?
Yeah. Listen. You got a product?
Listen, can I interrupt this discussion? I got an email from, and it was not in my spam.
Oh.
And it said, it was, what was the name of it?
It wasn't.
The guy's name was Carlos. No, the guy's name was Carlos. That's what he said. And he said that, he goes, I just wanted to let you know that in Ghana, we are ranked, our podcast is ranked 249 in the category Society and Culture. Oh. Now, I have no clue. There's literally 2 million podcasts. Supposedly, there could be more at this point. I don't know how many are in that category. So 249 to me doesn't sound that bad, but it's Ghana. And I'm like, he's like, just wanted to let you know. And
out of 250?
Yeah.
Carlos.
No, there's a lot of, but it did have, it said it was from like, it almost was like podcast.com or podcastsomething.com. But I did not go to the website, that linked
do not
it.
Click on anything.
No, I didn't click on anything, but I was like, didn't go to spam. But it was like,
well, listen, if you're listening,
I could see us being that in Ghana.
Yeah, we do have listeners.
We do have listeners
beyond
in Ghana.
Woodstock, New York. So
wait, what? You cut out for a
beyond,
second.
Beyond New York.
Beyond Woodstock. We do. No, we do. Especially with some of our other shows that we talked about.
Absolutely.
We don't get as many listens with this one. And sadly. Okay.
Yeah, it's just different,
different audience.
Following.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Back to the show we're talking about here.
Back to that.
So I just didn't want to forget to tell you that one.
Mm-hmm. A real email. Thank you.
A real email, sort of, but not from a listener, just like from a person who does podcast stats. It was very confusing. I'm sure it was really trying to get me to click on something. I hate to say that. Okay. So, but I'll just pretend that we are really popular in Ghana. Like maybe our cover art is hanging somewhere. Maybe people are making t-shirts of it,
Listen, I could see
maybe we have a fan club.
I could be down with that.
Okay.
People like me. What was that skit on SNL? Gosh darn it.
People like me. Yeah.
People
And
like
gosh darn it.
I
I
you
can't
know what I'm
remember. Oh
talking
my
about. He's
God. I
looking in the
yes.
mirror.
Wasn't it Jack Handy?
Yes.
Yeah. I would quote Jack Handy, and I always put like Jackie Hansel. Jackie Hansel. Deep Thoughts by
man.
Jack Handy. So it's Deep Thoughts by Jackie Hansel.
I
And
remember
you know what's funny
those.
is I used to quote him before I was married to the Hansel. So
Mm-hmm.
that was foreshadowing, but I didn't say Jackie Hansel.
Was it Jack Handy that would
Yes, Jack
look
Handy.
in the mirror too?
Yes. You're
Gosh
good
darn
enough.
it.
You're smart enough. And gosh
Yes.
darn it, people like
Okay.
you.
I just remember
something like that.
the quotes coming on like
Yes.
the screen. And,
yes.
Yeah.
It was Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. I think they would
That's
ramble on a little too.
Yeah.
I think Al Franken was, one of the Al Franken, right? He's one of the creators, and then he got into politics. Okay. We're digressing.
I really love these like
digressions.
I don't know, rabbit holes we go down.
I hope the listeners do too. Okay.
Oh, yes.
So
indeed.
Lizette spots Carrie's wedding ring.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, wait, what's that? That's pretty. I was like, it's just like a band. Sorry, but it really is just a little boring. Asks what it is. And then she says, well, I think she tells her it's her wedding ring. And she's like, oh, I've never seen him. Is it long distance? And Carrie's like, yes, very. I'm like, really, Carrie? Really? Duh. And then she says he died. She hasn't taken it off yet. And then we don't hear Lizette's response, which it's kind of like in a soap opera where they cut off when a person's going to make a major, like a response to something.
Yeah.
But they cut it. She doesn't say anything. We don't know what she says. Okay. All right. So now we're with Charlotte at her apartment, right? She's working with Rock on the prayers for the they mitzvah. Rock says they don't want to have a bat mitzvah. And then that's when Charlotte says, you're having a they mitzvah. Anthony calls and Rock, sneaks away. Right. So then, I don't know. Anthony's filling in for a delivery guy, asks if he can bring a date to the Friday dinner. He's coming for Friday night dinner. She asks, is he appropriate for children?
Yeah.
So he's like, I think so. I can't find his. Oh my God. My autocorrect wrote duck. Can't find his duck online. See, that's perfect. I read somewhere like very briefly that people were like, oh, he has like Samantha lines. Like he says things like Samantha would say. I don't know, whatever. So he says that this guy loves to read and he reads everything. Then all of a sudden we hear a scream. Now here's what I thought. I thought it was Rock, and Rock just got their period and was freaking out. Like Charlotte's stopping hers. So then Rock gets theirs, who clearly wants to, doesn't want to identify as either. So I totally thought it was Rock that screamed, but I was wrong. So where am I here? But it wasn't. It was Lily, who's super annoying again. It's bad timing because she'll have it for Lindsay's pool party in the Hamptons because she used her tracker or whatever. Because at first I'm like, don't even tell me this is her first period. But it wasn't. She was just freaking out about this Hamptons party.
Pool party. Yeah.
So Charlotte brings up using a tampon at the pool party. And she was like,
this was great.
See, I wasn't like, I don't know. I didn't think, I don't know why they've been annoying me. Like, I don't even think it's that funny. TMI here. I did not use a tampon until I was a grown adult, far beyond this point in my life. Can
we just talk about like the pamphlet that would come with the box though? And that's how.
Oh, yes.
I
saw that as an adult. I can't even imagine seeing it as like a 13, 14-year-old. I'd be like, I'm not doing that. I was
like going through the pamphlet and like, my mom didn't do the tutorial as Charlotte does. But
I don't think most moms
I remember looking at it and then like a friend was telling me what to do.
Yeah. Was it freaking you out?
Yes, but I
How
was
old
adamant
were you?
About like 14.
See, I'm a little confused because I know they're not big, obviously, or they vary in size and they depend on whatever's going on. But sticking things up there before you've ever had anything stuck up there, kind of not smart. And also, like, I'm just confused.
The whole thing grossed me out. and that's why, like, I remember talking to my mom about it, again, TMI, but like, she was like, no, this is what but wasn't like gonna get down like with
No.
was almost
But she
like,
was
you'll figure
encouraging you to do it?
she was encouraging it because
So
it was
funny.
so uncomfortable using,
See, to
other,
me,
like,
I'm the opposite. I am so uncomfortable wearing those things. I feel
yeah.
like I'm bow-legged. I don't know what. I feel like it's going to fall out. I mean, I hate to say everything that she said where she was like, I feel like I'm pulling my insides out. I mean, I know I'm jumping ahead. Yeah, girl. I hear you. It's freaking weird. That's all I have to
So
say.
weird.
So people who wear them all the time, something's wrong with you. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll tell you what. The only time I've used them is when I've been on a beach vacation. And I have had problems. Right. And all right, this is really gross. It's not like I have this, there's a lot going on there. That's all I have to say. But they didn't protect me. Didn't protect me.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that bad. Like, I'm sorry, I have major issues with these things. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even want to
open that can.
Like, I don't want to hear about this. I don't want to see this.
But everything that was like, it was really funny to me.
See, I didn't think it was funny.
I was, well, like when she goes and she, like,
I don't think it was funny.
So funny. I felt like a teenager all over again, and how awkward it was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
just wasn't into it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're with Miranda and Che. They're at a diner, and two fans come over to get a selfie with Che. And Miranda says that she will take the picture. And the fans ask if Miranda's famous too. And she says, no, I'm just the girlfriend. Che kind of looks at her like, a little quizzically.
Did you just say?
Yeah. Miranda has to take the picture twice because they don't like the first one, which I thought was kind of fun. Yeah. Then the fans start talking to Che about the different people they are friends with who slept with them. Which I was like, that's kind of
really that
crazy.
Wouldn't happen.
That's a little, yeah. Like, come on, it could be a small world, but come on.
Did you happen to catch this restaurant that they were at, the diner or whatever? It looked really familiar.
Yeah,
okay.
And I was
looked really familiar.
It could have been the diner like they show in Seinfeld. You know how they always show the diner in Seinfeld, the outside of it, and it's a real diner, the one they show.
Yeah.
You know, that's funny. I tried to Google it. I went on that website that I was like, yay, I finally found this website, eater.com, where they show, and it had not updated for episode 9.
It looked like they were in a train car or something.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. It was a real cool looking diner. But no, I don't know. But I'm sure it was real. Curious. I'm so annoyed. I couldn't find it. Okay.
Trip.
Yeah. All right. So then the fans leave, and it's kind of the end of the scene. But before the fans come out, they were cute, they were flirty, and Che was like, you look beautiful. Oh yeah, wasn't Che like, you look, I don't know what Che says if they say like stunning or beautiful. I don't remember what word they use, but it was funny when Miranda goes, and you look whatever, not offensive.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That was that was great. Okay. Now we're with Carrie and Seema, and they're waiting in line at a club, which I was just like, ugh. Which I was like, this is, no. Like, I'm too old for this now, and they're 50-something, so, like, no.
Can you imagine?
No.
The two of us waiting in line to go into a club. But she just wanted to go dancing for her birthday.
I know. But I will talk about Carrie, what she's wearing, and I did not know this. I saw this somewhere. It's not like I spotted it and was like, oh my God, I totally knew that. Okay. So they're waiting online. Carrie is wearing this white, wait, let me just get to it here. Well, actually, Seema is wearing blue, which usually she's wearing a navy boat neck. I don't know the brand. Okay. So Carrie is wearing, they said, a fit similar to her Norma Kamali one shoulder silhouette from episode 7. So at the time, this time, costume designers Rogers and Santiago confirmed during an Instagram live that Carrie wore a vintage, okay, so keep listening to this, ivory and red floral frock altered from a traditional, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say it, Cheongsam, Cheongsam, also known as a Qipao, Qipao, a style which origins dating back to the 20s. That is not what I wanted to tell you. The blazer she is wearing over at, did you hear about this?
No.
She wore the blazer in Sex and the City 2 when she met up with Aiden. I'm positive and I didn't notice this. I wasn't like, oh my God, that blazer. I know that blazer. Because Sex and the City 2, I honestly tried to erase from my memory because that was not a good movie. But somehow I found that online. She meets up with him. Remember, he's in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
She meets up with him. Someone said for a drink, but then I heard it was for coffee. I don't remember. But I did find her wearing it. She's wearing it over this very cool dress. But like the funny thing is it's like brown and it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't, I mean, it looks okay, but what were you going to say?
Yeah, I didn't recognize that. I just said like when I saw the dress, I was like, didn't you just wear a blue one to a date? Like,
yeah, very
exactly like that.
Very similar. Yeah.
We're going with that again.
But this was obviously this was vintage. It was altered. It was like it's a Chinese traditional thing from the 20s. I don't know. Okay. So she does ask Seema to take a picture for Instagram of the ring. And then she asks her if she shouldn't be wearing her wedding ring. And Seema's like, I don't know. I have no, reference for that. So then she says she's going on a non-date. Is it appropriate? Oh, about, I guess, wearing the ring. She's like, it's appropriate however you feel about it. Yeah. And then they decide, now they're waiting for so long. So Seema wants to bribe the doorman. And Carrie asks why. That's when she finds out it's her birthday. She's like, why are we putting ourselves through this? And she says, because it's her birthday and I wanted to go dancing. And Carrie's like, why didn't you tell me? She didn't want a lot of fuss. She just wanted to go dancing. Carrie says she'll take care of it. So she tries to talk her way in. I don't even remember what she was saying. She was like, that part in the movie? I don't know. It was just like, whatever. The whole thing was just uncomfortable to me. So basically she's trying to talk her way in. And then the guy's like, we're at capacity, which I think is a lie. And Seema holds the bribe up. I just love this part. She just like kind of holds it up and doesn't look at him. And then he's like, that's really offensive. When they leave, Seema's like walking sideways away from, I don't know. It was very good. It was awesome. She's like, did I just get canceled by a doorman?
Yeah.
I love it.
But I was also kind of like, really? That didn't work? Wasn't it like $100 bill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
they're like too cool, clubs.
Yeah.
They're too, apparently they were not cool enough because right after they walked away, he let people in.
Exactly.
That?
So
that was rude. I think it was ageist. And I think they could have brought that up.
I think so too. The club scene, I'm like, I've never been into it. I was always more of a bar
where would you be
person.
clubbing? Sorry.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah. I mean, I lived in the city. So
yeah, but I lived, okay. Well, listen, in college, there was a club.
In Poughkeepsie? No, sorry. Buffalo. Where did you go again? Sorry. Where did you go to college again?
There was one club. I can't.
And you couldn't get into it?
No, we got in all the time.
Well, yeah.
No, but I was like, like 19, 20 years old. Anyway, but I live so close to Canada that we would literally go over the border. Because drinking age was 19, and there was this place called the Daily Planet that was like the place to go. And
what town in Canada was it in? Do you remember?
Yeah, Clifton.
Not that I know.
They called it Clifton Hill, right over the border. I mean, it was like 20 minutes from my parents' house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then, I did a couple clubs in Toronto. I went on a trip into like some of that is just not my scene. And the city too, when we lived there.
When you would visit.
To a couple, but we would do more of like the bar scene, and it just, I don't know. I've never been.
Yeah,
I'm a jukebox girl. You know that.
I know.
I'm a karaoke loving jukebox girl or a good live band. But like I've been to these like clubs where it's like I don't understand what the music's going on. Am I supposed to like twirl like a baton?
Yeah, I don't
like it's weird.
That's not my type of music. I like when they play hip hop. That was always my thing. Then when they started doing the techno, I'd be like, ugh. I went to a lot of clubs, but it was very, very popular when I lived in the city to go to clubs. And I had friends who would have lists and have tables and have the bottles.
Because I could get down with that.
They were promoting clubs. That's what they did for money. So I could get on the list, and sometimes we could get on and not pay a cover, which was really nice. Sometimes we had to pay cover. It always depended like what they were doing. And as long as we were as long as I was guaranteed in and like, it was annoying. It was terrible. It was like the have and have nots. Are you on the list? And then you'd have to look your name up on the list. And, and then when I went to LA, we went to some clubs too. And again, I only would go if I knew we were guaranteed to get in. And yeah, I had
there
a lot
was
of
this
fun.
club in Canada called Cell Block that my cousin, oh my God, my cousin who listens to our podcast, by the way. Woo! So I'm going to talk about it real quick. She got like a fire red, what do you call it? Like a Plymouth Laser. Do you remember those? It was like, it's kind of like a sports car. Anyway, I don't even know how I don't even know how I got in, fine. Whose ID, or if I was, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it was the year that, like, the Biggie album came out and everybody was bumping Biggie in their car, right? So here we are. And I was so in so she's like 16, probably 17.
Oh my God.
And I was like 14.
See, I did not
2
do
years
that.
apart or something like that, I think. Anyway,
going
she
to a
took
club?
me over to this club called Cell
in
Block.
Canada or in
Canada. I'm like 14 probably.
See,
or something. I don't
know. What's the word?
I'd have to look up the year of that album because, I mean, I also didn't like the language. My virgin
that bothered
ears.
You? Oh, well, they do have the warning. The warning was on the CD.
Oh,
Explicit lyrics warning.
Oh man. Oh, I will never forget that night. Though.
That's a baby going to the club. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Oh, it was called Cell Block.
I know. That's awesome.
Bad.
And she corrupted you.
She
actually didn't. Totally. No one can corrupt you.
It was like a car full of her friends too, and me. Somehow I got into.
Yeah, I was say why did she want her annoying younger cousin?
I don't know if she was like babysitting me.
Probably. She's like, damn it, we'll take her.
Or this was a time when like we bonded and like she was gonna take me under her wing. But,
I thought you were gonna say that she was wearing some kind of cherry red like outfit, and I was like, oh, I thought you were gonna say like something you were wearing, but never mind.
I definitely was not old enough to drive, but she was.
Right.
Or if I was, I don't know. Anyway,
that's going hysterical. Off on another. That's a good story.
But the club
that you have
days.
To tell me. Yeah, the clubs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are clubs still popular?
I don't know. Are clubs still popular with the young folk?
Anyway,
we'll be going down to the VFW for jukebox and a pint.
Okay, where am I here? So they end up at a restaurant. She blows out a candle. Why can't I find this anywhere? Oh, Seema said she really thought she was going to meet her guy. I like how she said that. Her new guy this year, but she didn't, but she met an amazing new friend. And she says, here's to 53, best year ever. And Carrie says, here's to 54 and your new guy. Seema compares herself to an apartment. That was very cute. And says the floor plan is good, but there's no fireplace in the bedroom. And Carrie says her fireplace is out there. She just knows it. Then she asks Carrie about Saturday. She has 2 tickets to a matinee. I could have sworn she said, I replayed what she said like 3 times. I swear she said she has 2 tickets to a matinee in public. And I was like, So when she said matinee, of course, at first I'm thinking movie tickets, but I'm like, no, that's probably a Broadway show. Like,
yeah.
And maybe she was trying to say a name. Maybe she said a name of a Broadway show. I don't know, but I could not understand her one part she says. So then Carrie tells her about the painting she has to do in Greenpoint. She says it's an all-day affair because she has to go through 3 time zones to get there, which I thought was really funny. Mm-hmm. And Seema says she will drive her because they're too young to be going to matinees. And then Carrie asks, why would she do that? And she says, hey, if you get lost in the subway, who would she not get into clubs with? Which I thought was funny.
Of course.
So now we're at Charlotte's Friday dinner. And Charlotte's dress is Prada, by the way, and no longer available. And I did like her dress.
I did like her dress.
That black and white.
Yeah.
Little turtle, like mock turtleneck, if you want to call it. And it like not 3/4 length, like short sleeve almost. Very cute. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
The skirt like billowed out. Oh, it was so pretty. So Lily, my soon becoming to be my least favorite character on this show, even more than Louisa, I think. Lily comes to her and says she's ready to try a tampon. Of course, right before her dinner. And of course, Charlotte's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no. So, right before Anthony and his new boyfriend get there. But Lily's ready now. So Charlotte's got to jump,
right now.
She says jump, she's got to jump. Charlotte decides to help her. Doorbell rings. Answers, we meet Justin. She excuses herself and asks Harry, to make sure when the buzzer rings, which I didn't think was that hard, that to take the challah out, right?
Take it out.
So when Justin hears about challah, he asks, is this a Jewish dinner? And then they say, yeah. And he's like, the Holocaust is a hoax, right? And Anthony's like, get out!
This was great.
That was great. Yeah. So I don't know what Justin's reading. Oh, yeah. I don't know what Justin's reading, but I don't know. That's upsetting. Okay. And there are people that believe that, but I'm not going to go there right now. Okay.
Well, we will move on.
Yes. Carrie is in her closet, and she takes out the box with Big's ring in it and puts hers in with it, then takes them both out and puts them on her finger. And I was like, this is going to fall off. But so she does that. Now we're back with Charlotte. See, you should have just talked about this part since it's your favorite. She's in the bathroom with Lily.
This was great.
And she's telling her that she has to go back, not straight up. And Lily's like, what? Which I know is shocking. I hear you. I do hear you, Lily. Mm-hmm. I'm still confused. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Carrie. I hated this part. Carrie and Peter. Peter pulls up in a cab. She's standing there, obviously very early. And he makes a joke about her being early. Said he wanted to be the one that got there really early. And then he says, one of my superpowers as a teacher is he can read facial cues. Looks like, her dog ate her homework. And she says something about the kids still do their homework on paper. And he's like, no, and whatever. He's like, we're not going to have dinner tonight, are we? And she says, no. Or she nods. I mean, I think she says no with her head.
You could
she
tell
says,
right away.
I know. She says she came here because she didn't want to text him. Mm-hmm. And she went to take off her wedding ring. She apologizes for the intimate details, but said she went to take off her wedding ring and she took out John's and she put John's on. She's like, I remarried myself with a Band-Aid. Does she have a Band-Aid on?
So she
to hold it
put
on.
The Band-Aid on to hold
it on. I couldn't see it. Yeah. I figured, because it was going to fall off. Peter said maybe dating is a Band-Aid too for both of us. He still has Anne, that's his former wife, who still has her last voicemail on his phone still. And he plays it all the time. Then he goes to shake her hand and she hugs him. Then he calls to her and says, best rejection ever. It's cute. All right, we're back. We're back to Charlotte and Lily.
And we're
back. With the, it's almost like a montage, right? Talks about the one leg up. There's only one hole it can go into. I mean, it's kind of funny. Ask if she wants to see her do it, I think, for her. And she's like, no. Gross. Whatever. No, gross.
Watching this was like, thank goodness I have boys.
Yeah, right.
I don't have to do any of this, right? No. Were you thankful that you had a boy? Yeah.
At the moment, yes.
Oh, they're cute and they'll sit in color when they're little and all that. But,
the girls.
These are the years where you're just like, no, I'm all set.
Yeah, no. So they play a YouTube video. I should have looked the girl up on the YouTube video because she probably is a real influencer with her tampons.
Yeah, we didn't have YouTube
instructions.
Videos.
I
know. Okay, I had the directions from the Tampax box.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll be honest. No, the first time I used a tampon, there was no YouTube, so I will tell you that it was a while ago.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Yeah, but I mean, you were a teenager. I was not. I waited 40. A long time. No, I was not 40. No, it was when I was in the Hamptons. And that was a little bit of a disaster because I'm not even going to talk about it. Finally used one and
it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, somebody could see something coming out of my bathing suit. And it wasn't a stain. Okay. It wasn't a stain. Yeah, but I'm like, why is that happening? That's not supposed to happen, right? Isn't that the whole point of wearing one? So you don't see stuff when you're wearing a bathing suit? Also, when you when you go swimming with a tampon in, sorry everybody, I felt like the tampon was gonna suck up the water. Okay, that's all I kept thinking about. It's the worst. Who invented this? That's all I have to say. A man.
Oh,
okay.
Man,
Anywho. Okay.
Yeah, but you have to like hide the thing so that it.
Thought I did. Did you think I was like, oh, let me hang it out? Let me hang it out the side. No,
like
I
didn't.
Tea
bag out of
no,
your
yeah. Oh,
mug.
yeah.
The string from your tea bag.
I should have put a little thing on. Ew.
Yeah, put a little thing that it would.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Next time I just will, and it'll say, I have my period. I'm wearing a tampon. That's what I'm going to have, like a sign hanging off the string that says, in case you were wondering, this ain't no tea bag string.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. I hate
so
tampons.
Gross.
Okay.
I hate talking about this so much, so I have to laugh. Sorry.
Oh, you love it. You are loving it. You think it's hysterical. Finally.
You know what was hysterical is my mom was like, oh, well, I use these. She used the kind that had no applicator. I was like, I am not. Mom.
Oh, wow.
Tell me that.
Yo,
like,
mom.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yo, mom.
Yeah. Whatever those
You're like, TMI, mom.
I'm like, seriously, I don't want to know about your non-applicator. Like, how does that get in that area without, like, I'm all set. So I'll do this on my own. Thank you very much.
I can't. Okay.
I wonder if they still make that brand. I'll have to check.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do for those. Because you know what? The applicators are plastic and we don't want plastic. So I'm sure there's people that are like, no plastic, please.
But how do you put gloves on? Like, what do you...
Have you seen the period underwear that you can buy?
Oh, I have seen that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no.
No, right?
No, it's like disposable diapers. I'm
sorry.
No,
I think you can wash them.
No,
I could have sworn I saw ones you can wash.
I am not putting that in my
But like, you're wearing a diaper.
I will gladly fill up the landfill. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Gross.
Oh my God. Okay.
We've lost at least 3 people.
Maybe we gained some.
People are laughing. I don't know. Share your
Actually,
own
we couldn't have
stories.
gained any unless I write this in the description that we discussed tampons. Warning. Okay. Where am I here? Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So she's talking about the one leg up. There's only one hole it can go into. Then we get, sorry, I think I said that right. So they play the YouTube video. I mean, this is just all a montage. Then it's Charlotte's in the bathtub with the shower curtain closed, trying to be all zen with her. Relax.
Yeah.
Picture butter melting. Then she starts shouting, and then we see her shouting at her, just jam it in. So then Rock, which I would have been done 20 minutes before that. I would have been like, no. So Rock knocks on the door, asking what's taking so long. So Charlotte says to her, Lily, let's take a break. We're being rude to our guests. And then all of a sudden, it's in. Aww. So they're at the dinner table eating burnt challah because Harry burnt it. Harry's sorry that he doesn't understand what a timer is, apparently. That's not hard.
Harry.
Like, even my husband, who's totally like, where's the milk? And it's in front of his face, would have been able to.
Now Matt will hit every button to turn off the timer, but he'll still.
But he would have gotten the stuff out. Yes,
he would have. Yes, absolutely.
So then Charlotte apologizes for it taking so long, and then Anthony's sorry he brought Justin. Which I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, Miranda and Che. Miranda knocks on the door of, I guess, Che's apartment and does this like doot 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 doot, and does it in like a circle pattern, and for who I don't know, but anyway. By the way, I loved her gold. She had a gold chain link necklace on in this scene. It was a little choker-esque, so maybe I don't know what's going on with the choker thing. But I did see that other choker you were talking about, though.
Yeah,
in the other episode. That was funny. I loved that necklace. I could not find it anywhere online. So there you go.
That one was cute.
Yeah. So Che thinks they spaced out on plans. Wasn't sure what was happening. Miranda's like, no, I spontaneously decided to stop over with cookies. And then Che says, this is awkward. Miranda's like, is someone here? Of course someone's here. And like starts getting into her delirium. Right?
Yeah, here we go. Can you just take off your makeup and spike your hair out and be crazy again for everybody? Oh my gosh.
And then Che says, I'm here. And they're in the middle of writing. and wishes that Miranda would have texted or called them. So Miranda's like, I'm going to go. And like leaves quickly. I'm gone. This never happened. And Che's like, what the WTF? You know, goes after her. Goes after Miranda. And Miranda's like, have your night. I shouldn't have come. Who am I? Meg Ryan? Like that part made me laugh.
Totally spazzing out.
Yeah. Che asks why she's running away from them. And Miranda says because she hurt herself and wanted to get away. I thought she was going to say, I want to get away from myself as well. But she says she wanted to get away from there as fast as possible. And then Che's like, what is happening right now? Miranda's like, I don't know. I don't know why I did this. And she says to Che, basically, if you were a guy, she would have never showed up with cookies, like unannounced or whatever. And Che says, this isn't going to work. And Miranda's like, what do you mean? Like hysterical. And then says, you know, you're not my girlfriend. And Miranda's like, what? You know, we're not dating. And Miranda's freaking out and then Che says, I can't be locked in a relationship trope. Do you know, I had to look up the word trope because I didn't know what that meant. But now I do. Okay. So Miranda asks, what are we doing? And Che says, we are getting to know each other. You and me. And then Miranda says, in her defense, she was trying to be spontaneous, ditching the script, doing improv. All right, here we go again with improv getting beaten down again. Excuse me. And Che says, please do not call our relationship improv. And I wrote, I'm offended. But Che does back that up with, I suck at improv. So, see, that's the thing. All these people, quote unquote, hate improv because they're bad at it. Unlike you and I.
Boom.
As people can hear on our announcements because we are very spontaneous.
Yeah.
No plans. Really no plans.
Clap for us.
Yep. Especially when you can't find the page of the kids' birthdays over and over. And over
again. I got a mask on. I can't like lick my finger to like.
I know.
I need one of those like. What do like the people at the banks wear? Like those rubber fingers.
Yeah.
I need to start wearing those. So
all right. Let's get on that. Let's ask Scott for that. Is that in our budget? Can we get some? I don't know what they're called.
I don't know, but I need.
It's not
at the grocery
it's like a
store
thimble
because
a rubber thimble.
It looks like a thimble.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Okay. Put that on our list.
At the grocery store too.
We'll sell that in our merch store.
Yeah, we could have our own. Yeah. Homebody.
People sell masks. It's like, no, we're going to sell the page turner thingies. Yeah. And you can use them maybe to open. Did you say about the grocery store? The plastic bags?
To open the bag too.
You can use that.
I found, that if you slide, it works.
Yes. Oh, but I'm thinking we could put our cover art on the thimble thing.
Maybe we could have a box of tampons too.
Yes.
Like half tampon, half maxi pad.
I'll be on the maxi pad side.
Yeah.
You can be on the tampon.
I like I think
box will be purple.
That'd be nice. Yeah, there should be. Because I go between depending on. So we should have. This has probably already been invented, but I feel like we're onto something.
Yep. But not with our pictures on it.
No.
With our pictures on it.
No.
And see, my point would be like tampons not for when you're a homebody. And you might use a tampon when you're a homebody. I don't know, but I would not. I would be when I'm not a homebody.
Right.
I'm a beach body.
And in our
tampons, I have a beach body. Always.
Yes. Our tampons would have like a little tea bag tag on this.
Oh, I have another idea. I don't know if I'm grossing people out. Instead of, so the tea bag, not a tea, what are they called? The pieces of paper that hang off of it? No, it's going to be a mini pad. The mini pad, in case there's leakage from the tampon. Like the mini pad can be attached.
Barbara Corcoran
if you're listening,
all over this.
They're listening. So
yeah, they're clearly
instead of the name of the tea or something on or the name of the tampon on that piece of paper, it's going to be a mini pad for, and then it'll keep it in place. Maybe I could have some.
But that doesn't help you at the beach because then you're going to have some.
It's going to be so tiny.
Yeah,
we'll make it waterproof but absorbent. Yeah. Will that make sense? Okay. Done. Okay.
Look at this.
Okay. I just How did we just get to that? Talking about improv? Oh my God. Oh, and licking fingers to turn pages. Okay. All right. So, okay. So sucks at imp says, Chase says that they suck at improv.
Right.
Then I think, does Chase say they make a joke about it being a drama on the stairs? And I think, oh, I know too. I think Chase says something like, you and me, or me and you, I'll give you top billing. And Miranda says, I think I should, since, from this drama on the stairs that she did or whatever.
Yeah.
So Che tells Miranda, you're the only person I'm sleeping with. And Che asks her to come upstairs. And Miranda says, no, I'm going to go because that's not what Meg Ryan would do. And then she's like, what about the cookies? And Miranda's like, I'm going to eat them on the way home. Good for you. You take those cookies. Yeah, eat the cookies. Okay. Now they're down in Brooklyn at the painting project.
Oh, this is great.
Carrie is in overalls. Oh, they're from the Gap, by the way. I found out. And of course, heels.
Yes.
And Seema is dressed in like a real estate outfit. But I have to talk to you about those heels. Did I take? I know I.
Well, they're very. I don't know. They got a lot of attention.
I have a whole thing about the heels.
This scene with the paint that's coming up with these heels.
Yeah, but now
so
I'm
they got
annoyed.
A lot of attention.
But I looked them up, and I have all the details. But of course, I don't know where I put them because maybe I put it later. Oh, I put them later. I'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
I got some good stuff on that. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Seema asks how long they have to pretend to paint. And Carrie says, I came here to paint. I'm wearing overalls. And Seema says she could just write a check. And that's when Carrie says, she is writing a check, but she can't be the white woman who just writes a check. Seema says it's so hard to be white. Then Carrie gets the paint rollers. Seema says she's going to smoke. So she walks away. And Miranda comes out. And Seema says she's going to write a check. And Miranda's like, thank you so much. Like,
yeah.
She's fine with that.
Here we go.
So then Steve and Brady walk up. Steve picks Carrie to be his partner because they have to paint in twos. And Miranda says, looks like it's me and you, to Brady, who's the biggest DICK ever. And he's like, I'm going to be with Louisa. Like, he doesn't even say it like, he says it nasty too. I don't know. He's like, I'm going to be with Louisa. Duh. So yeah, she's there. Thank God Louisa did not have a lot of lines and she was nice and handed out rollers. That was fine. Naya comes out and meets Carrie. And then she's very upset because the caterers thought it was next week. So they have to feed like 100 people or something. All of a sudden, this white stretch limo pulls up.
Of course.
And Charlotte comes out with her kids. She's in a white painter's outfit. It's by Free People, your favorite brand. It's called the Marcy coverall jumpsuit. And she's wearing what? No, I love Free People.
Right away.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, wow.
Because
I would have known.
I was thinking, is that because they have it in different colors?
Oh.
Like I've seen that jumpsuit.
It must look cuter on the website than.
Yeah, but she looked like
wasn't
a
looking
Sherwin
good.
Williams like pinup. I don't know.
Yeah. She's wearing Superga sneakers. They're Superga 2790. God, I don't know how to understand this one. Capital ACOTW.
Oh, you have a pair of those.
I
shoes.
did, but I sell them?
Did you posh them?
They were hurting me.
They were hurt. Yeah.
They were major platform, and they would weigh down my foot, and my foot also would lift up out of them. They were super uncomfortable. Maybe this was
very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked cool with stuff, especially if your pants were super
there's
long.
A lot of good white sneakers that don't do that to you. Yeah. It's not your thing.
No, I mean, it just didn't feel good. It didn't feel good on my feet. So then LTW.
Yeah.
What?
I don't want to go down another. I was about to talk about more white sneakers. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So then LTW comes out with her family. Also, the family comes out also. Okay. LTW's outfit. Not a fan. I liked her boots. I loved her boots. It had had hairdresser tools in it, right? It had a brush. I saw it it looked like, I mean.
She was well prepared.
Yeah. And again, that's all came with this outfit. I'm pretty sure with this outfit, I think. So it's called, let's see of course it's high end. Come on, people. Head to toe. I always say it wrong. Moschino or Moschino. I don't know. Fall/winter 2021. It's clad in the Italian fashion houses Safari
Moschino,
Essential. Right? It's either Moschino or Moschino. I don't know. I would say Moschino, but who knows? It is called the Safari Essential Kit. Jacket and over-the-knee lace-up boots, which I loved those. But I actually think they come with all that stuff that she had it in the pockets because it was hair stuff. It was hairdresser stuff. It wasn't paint stuff. I don't know. I just not. If it didn't have the accessories hanging off of it, then I probably would have been fine with it. Okay. So LTW meets Naya. What was funny though, because I think Naya was like, "What the F is this?" And she says she ordered a 10-passenger van and the limo showed up, which I thought was funny.
Of course.
Miranda sees her camera and she's over like with Carrie and she's like, this isn't an Instagram opportunity. So then we hear LTW tell Naya she brought her camera and if she'd permit her to take pictures, it's great for fundraising and her website. And Naya's like, oh, that's great. You know, and then Carrie's like, how bad do you feel? To Miranda. Miranda's like, so bad. So then LTW says, if you need anything, let me know. And that's when Naya asks if maybe she could get food for 100 people. And I think she was kind of joking. And LTW is like, let me see what I can do. Yeah. So, all right. Now, Miranda, Naya, and Andre Rashad are painting. And Andre, I'm just going to call him Andre Rashad, is watching Herbert with the kids. And he's like, damn, that's some grade A fathering over there. And Naya's like, well, you know, I'm sure they have a nanny and they're not renting, you know. He's like, well, way to bring down a vibe. So then I think he walks away and Naya says to Miranda, up until 3 years ago, he wouldn't have noticed if there was a crying baby in his guitar case. And she said now he's like being programmed, you know, that he has to have a baby or whatever. Yeah. And now he cries at like minivan commercials or something. I don't know, something she said. Then Miranda says she's programmed to be the girlfriend waiting for them to text her back, you know, and Naya's like, well, I know they're going to or something, you know. So now we see Seema smoking at one of the tables outside, scrolling on her phone. So this guy walks up. Let's talk about this guy. This guy, this actor's name is William, oh God, I'm going to say it wrong, Abadie, Abadie. Okay. He had played the salesperson Tony from Prada, season 6, episode 5 of Sex and the City when Carrie takes Burger there.
Yes.
So Carrie actually, and then I further watched like a clip of this episode or looked more into it. I did not remember this part. Carrie sets him up with Charlotte. They're going to see Smith's play. This is when Samantha first gets with Jared Smith, whatever it is actually. Yes. And he's doing this terrible play in I think it's in Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure. And she rallies and gets everybody to go there and this whole thing. And she brings Tony, and Tony sits next to Charlotte, but I don't think anything ever happens. Like, we don't hear anything after that. He's so cute. But he also plays, which is where I first recognize him. Oh, there's another thing. He plays Antoine Lambert in Emily in Paris. And
very popular show right now.
Yes. Fans are actually very pissed, not these two fans, that he just didn't play himself. Like, why couldn't he still be Tony from Prada, but now he's a club owner? So people were upset about that. Yeah. Also, here's where I now know where I recognize Seema from. Very distantly. Seema was in Homeland, and I used to watch that. And William Abadie, played her love interest. I think she was having an affair with him, possibly. Yep. So they were together. They were lovers. They were lovers in Homeland. So I thought that was interesting. I somehow found that out too. So I was very excited.
Fun digging you did.
Boo-hoo. This is why it takes me so long to take the notes for this podcast. And it's almost an hour already. Okay. So he asks her what's going on. And she asks, why are you asking me? And he says, you're sitting there. Look, you look like a boss or something like that. And why does what's all this crap in front of his club? And she asks if it's any good. And he says, it's the hottest club in Brooklyn. And she says you. I like that line. All right. Carrie, I wanted to note something. No, I'm not. Carrie is painting in her heels, right? Now we're that. I wanted to give you a note here. Her hair is up. It's up in a ponytail. Yes. It was up in a ponytail, I believe, when she first arrived, just to let you know, right? Mm-hmm. She is wearing Gap overalls. Okay, her shoes are by Aquazzura. They're called, quote, Luna, silver and gold, because there's a little bit of gold, because I finally did look at them up close. They call them platform sandals. There is crystals on the heel, which this feature was customized, I believe, for the show. Because I did go on. It's out of stock, of course, just to let you know. They're out of stock. I don't know how much they cost because I didn't even put that down. Well, you could look them up, but actually the price wasn't there, I don't think, because they were out of stock. So then I was trying to like look similar ones up on eBay, and there was different ranges of prices. So, okay, Steve asks how Carrie. Wait a minute. Oh, he's like, how did you know about this or something? And she's like, oh, well, Miranda invited me. He's like, no, about Che, or I think it was how long you knew about this. I know he does ask that eventually.
Yeah, he does.
And then he says, her and Che, did you introduce them? And she's like, oh, and he says, I'm just trying to get information. It's like, meanwhile, they met at the funeral. That's actually when they met. Asks if Miranda has ever said anything about being with women. Carrie says no, and it's not about being with women, it's about being with Che. Oh, and that's when he's like, how long ago did this thing start? You gotta know. When he walks towards her, and that's when she steps into the paint with her shoe. I was like, oh my God. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
I mean, I would never. I don't know anybody who would wear heels painting. But I know it's Carrie, but it's a little ridiculous.
It was on purpose, but
yeah. A little ridiculous.
I'm surprised she didn't go with like a jeweled sneaker. Or like
no.
Nope. Yeah, like a wedge sneaker. Those aren't a thing anymore, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Or are they?
I don't know. Well, I wanted to make a note here. They're both wearing gray. And like when they showed them, this is my thing. I like to see like, are they trying to like not put them together romantically, but put them, there's like
in sync,
connection, cohesion. Yes.
Painting. Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is a very, I don't know,
significant and solemn
conversation.
Yeah. So she's washing her shoe off in the sink, and Big's ring falls down the drain.
Yeah.
She calls for Steve to come in, and he's like, it's probably in the pee trap. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Right? Pee trap? Pee?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at least it was like what do you call that? A pedestal stink?
That he could literally, get into easily. Yeah. So, then we go to Charlotte. Charlotte's painting. Oh, Lily comes up to her, and she's like, the string is gone. This would have happened to me, I'm telling you. In fact, it probably did at one point. She's like, I'm sure it's not gone. You just can't find it. And then Lily like grabs her arm and squeezes it. It's gone. So they go out to the porta potties, and Lily's like, gross. I don't know how many times Lily said gross, but gross. I know. What are you going to do? It is gross.
Change a tampon in a porta potty.
No. Oh God. Happening. I would have been like, I'm going home. I just would have went home. Right?
I feel like I need a hazmat suit in order to go into one regardless.
And gloves. Yeah. All that.
Remember we went to that winery? Oh my God.
Oh God.
And we had to go in the porta potties. Oh my God. Oh, I had the wipes going out, like the antiseptic.
I just as soon as someone mentions a porta potty, I hold my breath. Like right now, I'm holding my breath. I'm gonna choke.
No, I literally go into a porta potty and don't breathe.
No,
the entire time.
Do not breathe.
Relieving my bladder.
No,
and I touch nothing.
No,
like I use my elbow to open the door. It's like a whole thing.
It's terrible.
Or a tissue.
That's a whole. You can write a manual on that one.
I could probably.
I think you should do that.
Do a whole podcast on.
All right, another thing in our merchandise store, merch store. Yeah. Manual of how to use a porta potty without contracting any diseases.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're back to Steve and Carrie. Steve, of course, opens up the pipe.
Yeah.
Gets the ring out. They're playing the music again from the movie, by the way. Now we're back with Charlotte and Lily. Lily can't find it. Okay, so it's Lily's in the porta potty. Charlotte's outside of it. Charlotte says, probably in your tushy crack. Did you check there? No, Mom. Gross. I mean, I wonder how many times this poor girl had to say gross in this episode.
We could make a drinking game out of it.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that. Wait, I'm out of wine over here. I would have another sip.
Sorry, I just have water. Sorry.
Yeah, boring.
I know, totally.
You
so
could use a sip, by the way.
Yeah. Lily is freaking out. She can't breathe. There's no air in here. And I was like, oh my God, she's breathing it. That was killing me.
Yeah.
Charlotte goes
I
to
couldn't
get
wait for her to get out.
Oh God. And then Charlotte's like, I'll get you water. And she's like, not cold, room temperature. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I forgot to mention that the back before when they showed them in the porta potty, LTW's got the food trucks coming.
Yes.
She got them. Of course she did.
Saves the day.
Saved the day. All right. Miranda, Carrie, and Naya are getting food from one of the food trucks. Please note, Carrie's hair is down. Looks very voluptuous, even though that's not the right word. Voluminous.
She released the ponytail. Yeah. I wonder
when my hair is up. Again, I don't have Carrie Bradshaw's hair, but my hair is up in a tight A ponytail. I let it down. It ain't looking like that. So her hair's down.
The hair tie crease, you know.
Her hair's down at the food truck. Yeah. No hair creases. Looks great. So Charlotte walks up, says basically it's a living hell. She's helping Lily with her tampon. Then they all three talk about their families and their tampon experiences briefly. Geez. Carrie had to be shown by a friend. Miranda says her sister had to show her. And then Naya says her family didn't use tampons. So then Lily is calling Charlotte on the phone. And Charlotte says, it's like having a newborn again, but with a cell phone and her period. So then Miranda's phone rings, and I have the same ringtone as Miranda, FYI. Because I was like, is that my phone? It's just. I know. It's not,
No, it's not a ringback tone. It's okay.
No. Okay. So my headphones are getting messed up here. It's Che calling. Miranda doesn't answer. And I think Carrie's like, why aren't you answering? She's like, I'm trying to pull back a little, not be so available. So, and then Carrie's like, oh, are you going to tell them that you can't, you're washing your hair? Now that, for the young listeners out there, that's like an old school thing to be like, I'm washing my hair. I have other plans.
So many shows.
Has it?
Oh, God.
New shows?
Always. Not new ones, but back in the day.
Back in the day.
The first one that comes to mind is Saved by the Bell.
Oh. I keep thinking Brady Bunch did something like that, but maybe not. Yeah. I don't know.
What's her name? Kelly Kapowski used it with Zach. Washing her hair.
Oh.
I know.
Snap. That's upsetting. Okay. Where am I here? Because somehow I scrolled. This show's going long tonight. Okay. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, so about the washing hair. And then all of a sudden Miranda's like, why didn't they leave a voicemail? and then she says, I know I have a problem. Now we're with Naya and her husband, and he asks if she is 100% sure. He asks, if we don't want to try again. And then Naya says, our 15-year relationship has been about us, my work, your music. Oh, I started to get stuck on that 15-year thing because that was the amount of time Carrie, when they went to the whatever he was, the facelift doctor, and he's like, 15 years, God. So I don't know what's up with the 15. Oh, I kept thinking, I was like, they've been together 15 years because that was when I think when Carrie married Big. I was got on this whole tangent in my mind. Anyway, okay. She says, our 15-year relationship has been about us, my work, your music. He asks, am I not allowed to pivot? Of course, I'm thinking of pivot from Friends. And then she says, a child is not a pivot. And he says, that's not fair to me. She says, it's not fair to her. Keeps opening this up again. And he says, I'm not 100%. And she's like, don't make this miracle of us finding each other not enough. And then he just says, I just feel that I want one. And I felt bad for him a little bit. I mean, I know it's hard on her, but I did feel bad for him. So, and he says, I don't know if I should be working so hard to talk myself out of that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back at the porta potties.
Again.
Lily all of a sudden finds it, then asks Charlotte to pull it out. Okay?
No.
Charlotte's like, no. Like walks away, is like, I've had it. She doesn't say this exactly, but she's basically like, I've had it up to here. Like I draw the line and that's it.
I'm not pulling your tampon out.
No. And then we see Charlotte's red stain on her area.
Overalls.
Yep. And Lily tries to call to her. She does call to her, but that's when I think that's Charlotte's like, I'm at my limit. So, nope. So then Miranda and Carrie's hair is down, looking good. Now Carrie already was back.
Painting.
Very confusing. Yeah, they didn't do this correctly. That's all I have to say. So Carrie's hair is down again, and Miranda and Carrie see Charlotte's problem and call to her. Carrie wraps a shirt around her, and they call it a flash period. Miranda says it happened to her arguing a case in court, and the opposing counsel signaled her to literally look at her ASS. And Carrie was like, why have you not ever told us this? And she says, because I erased it or repressed it or something immediately. All right, we're back with Carrie and Steve again, and her hair is back up. This is the part that totally killed me. So he asks her how her heart rate is. But see, that's the whole problem. He helped her find her ring, but then she went out to eat. Now she's back. They didn't do this right. That's all I have to say, HBO people. So she says she did panic, and he says he gets it, and he points to his ring. He says, this ain't never coming off. I don't know. I'm not going to imitate him.
Your impressions of Steve are on point.
Thank you.
By the way.
He doesn't care what Miranda does and with who. He says, with who?
Yeah. With who?
Till death do us part. To death do us part. And then Carrie says, what about you? You are such a wonderful, wonderful person. Don't you want to find someone at some point? And he says, never coming off. I was like, oh, Steve. Ah. So now Carrie is in her closet. Her hair is up, FYI.
Up again.
She's wearing a beautiful, like a caftan, flowy, like a house dress, but flowy and pretty, and it looked pretty.
I want to bring back the house
dress. Cozy. Yeah. She takes her rings off and then texts Peter and asks if he's up for strike 3. Then we see the Brooklyn Club, Z, because this guy's name is Zed, and you don't find that out in this episode, but I did read about it. What's so funny is I read something online, and they were like, they didn't get into the club when they first tried. I was like, no, honey, no. This isn't the club. They didn't go to Brooklyn for this club. Remember? They're talking about going to 3 time zones to get to this place. So, no.
Correct.
So, Carrie and Seema walk right in because he lets them in, right? And just like that, I was up for a dance.
There you go.
That's the end of that. Okay.
Wowzers.
108.
Quite the sewed.
Yeah, I think it was just us going on about tampons.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm sure a lot of...
I didn't think we'd talk about them that much. Okay.
I didn't think so either, although I knew it was going to come up.
Well, of course, it had to.
Of course.
In the title.
Yeah.
The scenes. There were how many scenes regarding this tampon issue?
And it was called No Strings Attached.
Yeah.
And we're not citing an NSYNC album here. So
no.
There you go.
Okay. Other information that you know now about Diana. Obsessed with the NSYNC.
I love me some Timberlake.
I know you did mention about marrying him. I think in one of the episodes,
didn't I?
Because I was talking about John Mayer.
Oh, dear me, John Mayer. He came on the radio the other day, and I was just like,
you wanted to punch the radio?
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to turn this off. I was just like, no. I know, and he probably loved the song. It's a whole thing.
That one I don't love. Waiting on the World to Change? No.
Bodies of Wonderland? Was that your
I
jam?
do love that one. I'm not gonna say that was my jam, but he has an album where he talks about Stop This Train, or a song called Stop This Train. This train, because he's talking about I wanna get off and go home again. He talks about his parents aging, and it's really sad, and when he drives away. He has another song about a man who builds his own submarine, and it's a really cool. I'm gonna play you some of these songs. Okay.
Yeah. See, I need to get in on some like
yeah, you're listening to the radio stuff that
like hits of the John
right.
Mayer.
Much deeper.
Yeah. Yeah, and you need a glass of water. So
I do have right here, but I didn't want to drink into the microphone.
Right, Steve. Like me. Gulping my wine. Anyway.
All right. Email us. Tell us where our pod. Oh no, that's not what I'm going to say. People, please rate us. If you listen to us and you like us, rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. Because right now on Spotify we have no rating. My friend said he rated us, but it didn't go through. But on Spotify you have to listen. Like you actually have to listen to a few of the episodes of whatever show you're rating. So please just rate us because that would help. I think us come up more for other people.
Absolutely. Listen, give us a shout out.
You can write a review if you like.
Rate us on wherever you listen. That'd be great.
Only rate us if it's going to be good. Don't give us a bad rating.
Yeah, please don't.
Then just don't rate us.
I mean, you get what you get with us. That's it. Yeah. So.
All right. Good night.
Nighty night.